Happy Thursday, aka almost Friday. Today we're going to work on what we worked on last week. If you weren't with us last week, we have been working on core as well as twisting using our core to support us in twists for a happy low back in and happy spine in twisting. And last week we worked up to side crow, which is a really fun arm balance to play with. It's a really great level 1/2 arm balance to kind of like introduce to arm balances because it's one of the more sturdy feeling ones, I feel. So for today's practice, go ahead and have at least one block. Wow, the birds are in full swing this morning. I don't know if you can hear them. They are having a party. One or two blocks. One I think is the only is as much as we'll need. And then if you have a foam roller nearby, go ahead and grab it. If you don't, that's okay. You can use your block, and I'll show you how to use your block for what we're gonna do. But if you have a foam roller, you might as well use it if you have one nearby. Okay. So as always, if you have any questions or anything that come up, feel free to unmute your mic and ask. I have headphones in, so I'll be able to hear you, or just post it in the chat and I'll get a big bright alert. Let's go ahead and get started in just a comfortable seat today. In the mornings, I like to start classes sitting rather than laying down so that I don't want to go back to sleep. Just keeps me feeling a little more energized. So sitting crisscross in Sukhasana, or maybe sitting on hero's pose on a block or on a pillow, whatever you have around. Just take these first 5 breaths or so about 30 seconds to get situated in your body. Shift around, get even on your tailbone. I like to take some neck rolls, shrug and roll the shoulders around. Whatever movements or steps you need to take to get comfortable and grounded in your seat. Now, once you've kind of worked out the kinks a little bit, begin to settle into stillness, letting the eyes close. Taking a few slow, deep breaths. Gradually turning your gaze inward by first bringing your awareness into your body. Just doing a quick check-in of how it's feeling today. Maybe you've been up for a while. Maybe you just rolled out of bed. Just kind of see what's calling your attention. Or maybe you just feel balanced all around. And then doing the same for the mind. Quick little scan. What's been pulling your attention away this morning? What places is your brain taking you? What paths or rooms? And then remind yourself that on your mat during these 60 minutes, we only have control of what we have on our mat, our bodies, our brains, and our breath. And so thinking about those other things during this time is not going to be productive. And a main feature of yoga is single-mindedness, is focusing all your attention on one point, on your consciousness. So starting to draw your awareness now into your breath. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths together. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. 2 more. Breathe in. Last one. And come back to your breath in and out through your nose, but as if you are trying to whisper to somebody, very slightly contract the back of your throat, allowing your breath to become audible. Using this focus on sound and on depth of your inhales and exhales to, again, keep you focused, keep you centered on your mat. Let your breath come smoothly, let it come naturally. No need to pause at the top or drag it out longer than you feel it naturally needs to be. Just breathe with intention. And then set your intention for this practice. What will be your focus for the next 60 minutes on your mat today? It can be as simple as just breathing, moving, sweating. Maybe you have a personal goal in mind. So whatever it is, set that intention into your heart. And let's seal those in with a deep breath. Take an inhale. And open mouth exhale, share it with the universe. Staying in the seat, hands down on your thighs. Drop your chin to your chest. Roll your right ear to your right shoulder. Bring your chin almost all the way up to the sky. Pause. Then bring your ear back down through center. Over to the other side. Just some slow, gentle neck rolls. Left ear to left shoulder. Let the ear go past the shoulder, chin almost all the way up. And back down. Good. Over to the right. Try and keep your shoulders still and your shoulders square. Whew. Going back down. I always feel this is really difficult to do first thing in the morning after waking up and sleeping on pillows, which never seem to be perfect. And one more time each side, over to the right. Whew. And back down. And to the left. Good. Back down through center. And bring your chin back up to parallel. Let's come down onto our backs. Take a block with you. And lay all the way down. Plant the soles of your feet underneath your knees. Let's just start to warm up the spine, the belly, the legs. Take your block on the skinny setting. So you should be looking at the short edge on the skinny setting. Bring it between the inner thighs. Press down through the heels. Pull in your belly towards the floor. You don't need to press your low back into the floor, but keep a little bit of roundness in that low back, that natural lumbar curve. Push down through the heels, lift the hips up, and let's just hold here a couple gentle, easy breaths. Palms can be face up or down. I like mine face up. I like to tuck my shoulders under my chest a little bit, getting a gentle opening through the heart. And then press down through the mounds of your big toes. So you're not pressing down through the actual big toe. You're pressing down where in that big joint where the big toe meets the foot. Push down there. Hug your inner thighs together. Notice how your glutes engage as you push down through the heels. And then drag your heels towards your shoulders. Wake up the hamstrings. Side crow requires core. It requires strength in our twisting core muscles. Requires mobility in those twisting muscles. But it also requires some deep hip flexion and some activity in the hamstrings as we're in this kind of balled up shape balancing on our arms. Just starting to wake up those muscles. Muscles are just like people. They need to be woken up. They need to be integrated. They need to be called upon. Good, let's take one more breath here. Lift the hips, push down through those heels. And then exhale, slowly lower back down. Set your block aside. Roll over onto one side, right or left, doesn't matter. Again, you can use a block or a foam roller. I'll demo with both. And you're gonna take your block or foam roller horizontal across the top of your mat, or block on the medium setting here, just like this, at the top of your mat. And then you're just gonna lay on it like a French girl. And what we are trying to do is we're trying to find a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? A trigger point. We're trying to get into where the lats connect here in the armpit. Sorry, I'm wearing this big old bulky sweater. It's a little chilly this morning. There we go. Right here, right on, you could feel that you got the pit of your armpit, and then you have this muscle right here where your lats connect to your arm, and then you have these muscles kind of more in the well underneath your delt. We're trying to get into those today, just to bring a little bit of more mobility to the arm. So whether you're on a block or a foam roller, it's pretty easy to find and feel out what we're looking for. The more you roll back, man, the block is a lot more intense than the foam roller is, because you have that big point pushing into the muscle. Oh boy, the more you roll back, you should have a reaction similar to this maybe. And you're gonna be more in those scapular muscles. And then the more you roll forward, you don't wanna go all the way down, like towards your belly, but you're gonna roll more forward, and then you'll get a little bit more into that lat where it connects. And so just roll forward, roll back. We're not really staying still quite yet, just kind of loosening this area up that holds a lot of tension. And I've been finding it really beneficial to roll this area of my back before I flow, because we do a lot of arms up and overhead, a lot of shoulder flexion. And this, I've been doing this daily, and this has drastically helped with a chronic pinch in my shoulder I've had for truly as long as I can remember practicing yoga. And I've just started doing this the last couple of weeks, and it has really, really helped. Good. So now find a spot that is the pinchiest, ouchiest of all, and hold there. Let's just take a couple breaths, because we've been on the side for a minute. Soften in that area. Don't hold. Don't clench that muscle. Just melt down towards the floor. Good. And then roll off it and switch sides. You can either roll the other direction, or, because I'm filming, I'm going to move my body to the other side of my mat. And other arm, and it's totally normal for one side to be a lot more ouchy than the other. And again, just rest your head in your hand. If it feels more intense to lengthen your arm, you can also lengthen your arm. But in the morning, my neck is feeling a little lazy, so I'm gonna rest it here. And then again, just roll forward, roll back. Ooh. So you're really getting into those muscles that help bring the arm up and overhead. And there are also muscles that help externally rotate the arm, which is a really important range of motion to have. Good. And then find the pinchiest of all spots. So maybe you're a little more forward on the lat, maybe you're a little bit more back on those inferior scapular muscles. Doesn't matter. Just find somewhere that feels really, really not great, and just melt into it. Soften, drip towards the floor. Relax the area, relax the elbow, the arm, the head, the neck, everything up here needs to be soft. Just kind of gently working out any adhesions in that area. The first time I did this, I had such severe blood bruising because I just had so many adhesions and trigger points and scar tissue there from who knows what. Probably being a desk sitter for most of my life. Good, one more breath. Good, and release, press up. Ooh, set your block aside. Take a couple moments to roll out the shoulders. Or I like to just take some big circles of the arms. We warm up before we do so many exercises, but we don't often spend a whole lot of time warming up before we take our body to its fullest range of motion, which almost no other practices do that. Dance does, gymnastics can, yoga certainly does. So it's important to spend some time. Fascia rolling can be really, really helpful. All right, let's come back onto our backs. No need for a block. Excuse me, churro. Excuse me. Okay, let's do a little bit of the core work finally. Let's get us moving. So coming into crow on your back, so dead crow. Soles of the feet together and then bring your knees wide. Reach your arms through the center of your legs. Wrists are flexed like you're trying to push your ceiling away. So you're in crow but on your back. Now the key to crow is you want to round the spine like you're doing cat pose, rounding your spine like a Halloween cat. So take a big breath in and then exhale, curl up. Try and bring your elbows to touch your inner knees. Squeeze your inner knees to your arms. Just feel your spine rounding. Draw your chin in just a little bit. And imagine you're pushing the ceiling away. Push, 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 push. Get those shoulders up high. Squeeze your feet together. Squeeze your legs into your arms. Push your arms into your legs. Good. Take an inhale. Push forward. Lengthen the arms like you're doing a handstand. Exhale, right arm to left leg twist. So now you're in side crow on your back. Spine is rounded. Try and get that left shoulder off the mat. Good. Inhale, handstand. Exhale, other side. Bend the knees. Bring your left arm to the outside of the right leg. Keep that right shoulder up. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Back to crow. Knees in and wide. Curl and lift up. Squeeze your arms with your legs. Take a breath in. And release, exhale. Give yourself a hug. Good, we're going to do that again because those are the muscles we need to work for this pose. Doing arm balances on your back can be a really good way to introduce yourself to them and to the muscles that need to be working. So starting in crow, knees wide, feet together, arms forward, wrists flexed. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl up. How much can you pull your knees into your armpits? Imagine one day they're going to plug in there. Good. Take an inhale, lengthen into a handstand, arms up, legs up. Exhale, over to the left. Get that left shoulder off the mat. Inhale, lengthen, handstand. Exhale, side crow to the right. Keep those shoulders up. Good. Inhale. And exhale, crow. Reach forward, curl, get nice and tiny into a ball. Take an inhale. And exhale. Whoo, release. That's enough for me. Let's roll over the knees, spine, tables up. Knees under the hips, hands directly under your shoulders. Spread your fingers. Inhale, drop your belly towards the floor, cow pose. Exhale, chin to chest, cat. Round the spine. Think about that crow pose you just did. Push the floor away, round your heart. Inhale, cow pose, arch the spine. Exhale, cat. Good, close the eyes, keep moving. Move any way you want, add any organic movement that comes. And notice if you've lost that Ujjayi breath, which I'm guessing you did, as I did, and it's very easy to lose that breath when doing core work, where the belly is being constricted and pulled in. So just find that breath again. Use the sound of your breath like music. Let it guide you and let it give you rhythm, let it give you pacing to your practice. Good. Come back to neutral tabletop position. Coming into our first twist. Inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, thread your right arm like a needle under your left. Rest the side of your face down onto your mat. Thread the needle pose. You can bind your left hand behind you or just leave it where it is and give it a press to help you twist open towards the ceiling a little more. Maybe bringing your gaze up towards the ceiling. Very nice. Won't be here too long. Take one more breath in and breath out. Good. Inhale, come back up to center. Right arm reaches back up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left arm reaches, open. Exhale, thread the needle under the right side. Good, couple breaths here. If you're feeling enough as you are, you don't have to change anything. If you need more, press into that right hand. Try and twist your right armpit open towards the ceiling a little more. Good, next inhale, press down through your right hand, open back up to the left. Exhale, left hand down. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Good, pedal through the legs. Or if stillness is what you need this morning, you just want to, boom, land in down dog and stay, you can do that too. But if you're feeling like you need to move, kind of stretch out, pedal the legs, twist the hips, shake the head, yes and no. Good, let's find a little bit of movement here. Lift up to your toes, round the spine like you're doing cat pose. As you roll forward, round, 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 lengthen out into plank. Exhale, drop the knees to the floor, roll through cow pose. So arch the spine, drop the hips back towards your heels, chin to chest, downward facing dog. Good, again, inhale, round forward, tippy, tippy toes, roll, round that spine, round, 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 lengthen. Drop the knees down, roll through cow, shoulders back, hips back, downward facing dog. So let's do two more. Inhale, roll. Exhale, drop the knees and undulate back. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, drop the knees, roll back. Good, downward facing dog. Find stillness here. Spine is long. You can go ahead and clock the hands out a little bit. I've been playing with bringing the web of my thumb and index finger a little bit more towards the top of my mat rather than facing in with each other. And I really like how that's been feeling in my body lately. Push the floor away. Drag the mat back with your feet. So it's like you're trying to tear your mat in half. Allow the shoulders to move up towards the ears. Spin your elbow creases forward. Feel those external rotator muscles working in the arms. Everything's getting warm. Good, inhale, roll back forward to plank. Drop the knees down. So you're in this kind of long plank with your hips forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as you bend your elbows. Squeeze, 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 coming down to the belly. Good. Come into Sphinx Pose. So normally when we do forearm plank, because of the angle, we're set up like a coffee table. It's very ergonomic. So that the shoulders do a lot of good work being supported over the elbows. What we're going to do today is we're going to really use the abdominals in this. We're going to do these little Sphinx roll-ups to help really target the belly more than using the shoulders to help support. So Sphinx Pose, palms are down. Tuck your chin to your chest like we just did and untuck your toes. And then I want you to think about doing cat pose, but your knees are going to stay on the floor. So if you want to watch the first one, chin to chest, ribs roll up, belly rolls up, hips roll up, glutes engage, and hold. And then you'll unroll the same way you came in. Make sense? All right, do it with me. Take a breath in. Exhale, roll up. Good, and let's hold here a couple breaths. Belly in, glutes are squeezing. Knees are still on the floor, chin to chest. Push the floor with your elbows. Think about rounding the back. Good. Hold 3, 2, 1. Inhale, unroll. Sphinx pose. Drag the hands towards the back of your mat. Open the spine. Exhale, roll up, chin to chest, ribs to spine. Using your abdominals and your belly and your core to lift your torso. Not using the legs much, not using the shoulders much. Good. Round the spine, round, round, round. Hollow the belly. Take a breath in, breath out, and release, coming all the way down. Sphinx pose. Drag the hands towards the back of your mat. Inhale. Good. One more time. Roll up, chin to chest. Lift the ribs, belly, hips. Hold. Good. Push the mat away. Get rounder, rounder, rounder. Tuck the tailbone. Whoo boy. Take a breath. Good. And inhale, slowly lower. Sphinx pose. Drag the hands back towards the back of your mat. Very nice. Tuck your toes. Bring your hands underneath your elbow. Neck long. Shoulder blade squeeze. And then give yourself a nice big push up through plank to downward facing dog. Good. Reset in your downward dog in a way that felt comfortable for you. Lift up onto your toes so your heels are really high. And then lift your hips higher to the sky. Push through the hands, lift your hips high. High, 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 high. And then keep that, lower the heels back down to where they sit comfortably. Keep that deep hip crease and that long spine. As you inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale, take a couple big steps towards the top of your mat. Feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, rise up into a little halfway lift, shoulders squeeze back. Exhale, hands down the legs, forward fold. Good. Take a moment here, just let the head drop and release. It can feel nice after core work. Sometimes we inadvertently send tension to the neck or the traps or the levator scapula and core. So just let all that drop in. Good. On your next inhale, soften the knees just a touch. Push down through the heels, rise up halfway so that your shoulders are in line with your hips. And then airplane the arms, send the arms back, turn your palms down. So you should feel immediately those external rotator muscles that we rolled, that we awakened with the contact of our block or your foam roller, kick on. So bring those palms down like you're trying to spin your pinky fingers towards the floor and forward. Good. Feel that. Feel your spine muscles kick on. Pull your ribs in towards your spine. Ribs in, neck is long. Depress the scapula. So pull the shoulders away from the ears as you reach through the fingers. Feel all that engagement going on right now. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale. Hands release down the legs and fold. Good. On your next inhale, bend your knees. Sweep the arms up towards the sky. Mountain pose. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, hands to the heart. And release. All right. Now let's get flowing. Let's get moving. Standing at the top of your mat, feet hip width distance apart. Let's establish our pace. Let's establish our breath. Bring your palms together at your heart. Close the eyes. Stand tall and proud. And let's take a couple breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release the hands. Inhale. Arms sweep up. Look up. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale. Halfway lift with airplane arms. Palms down. Exhale. Fingertips down. Step the right leg back. Drop your right knee down. Just a low lunge. Inhale. Reach the arms up. Exhale. Hands plant. Step back to plank. Inhale in your plank. Exhale. Downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Good. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, step the foot through to the top. Drop the back knee. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fingertips down, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane those arms. Bring those pinky fingers down. Exhale, fold. Inhale, soften the knees as you sweep the arms up. Strong belly. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good, we're just getting warm here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, strong belly, strong spine, airplane the arms. Exhale, fingertips down, step the left leg back. Drop the left knee. Inhale, arms up. Allow those hips to go into extension, maybe a little back bend as the hips go forward. Exhale, hands plant, plank. Inhaling your plank, strong belly. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, bend your knee, open that hip. Little twist. Inhale, straighten the leg back out. Exhale, step the foot through to the top. Drop your right knee. Inhale, arm sweep. Exhale, bring your fingertips down, step forward. Inhale, airplane those arms, strong spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, soften the knees, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good, again, but adding on. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fingertips down, step the right leg back, drop the right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands forward, like you're giving someone a double high five. Bring your hands into fists and imagine you're doing a pull-up. Use the strength of your muscles, not just bending the arms at the elbows. Pull like you're doing a pull-up, coming into this cactus position. And then once you're here, I want you to think someone is pushing your arms up, but you're pushing them back down. So you have that resistance. You should feel your lats start to kick on in your back. Good. Pull in your belly and ribs. Get tall in the spine as you push the floor away. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left as much as you can just using your core. It's not going to be very much. That's okay. Good. On your exhale, I want you to hover that right elbow over the left thigh. Again, you're just hovering. So you're using your core, your spinal muscles, you're using your abdominal muscles to twist over that front leg and hold here. It's okay if that right arm is bent in more, but keep that left arm in that pull-up position. Good. Take a breath in, breath out. Inhale, come back to center, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands plant, step back, plank. Inhale and plank, strong belly, strong glutes. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up high. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right armpit, hips up high, round the spine. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, twist, right knee to your left armpit. Keep those hips high, don't let them drop. Lift this lift. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to nose, look forward and set the foot down. Drop your left knee. Same thing as we just did. Inhale, arms up. Hands to fist, do a pull up. Use those muscles. Feel that eccentric strength. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to the right as much as you can, and then bring your elbow to hover. So it's not touching. It's just hovering there. It's okay if your left elbow turns in. Keep your right arm in that squeezing position. Good. Take a breath in. Breath out, twist. Inhale, back to center, reach the arms up. Exhale, fingertips down, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane those arms. Exhale, fold. So we're strengthening that upper body for our arm balance. Inhale, arms up, as well as strengthening our twisting muscles. Exhale, hands through heart center. Good. Next side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist. fold. Did I say twist? Inhale, halfway lift, airplane those arms. Exhale, fingertips down, step the left leg back, drop the left knee. So same side we just did. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, think about pushing the floor away with your feet. Get strong in your base. Exhale, twist to the right, hover the elbow over that right thigh. Don't let it touch. Keep that super strong strength in that right lat going on, because our lats and our glutes work in an X position. So our right lat is working, but you can feel your left glute is working. We're doing a really good job stabilizing that low back. Inhale, come back to center, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. Inhale on your plank, squeeze in your belly, push the floor away. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up high. Exhale, left knee to left armpit. Keep those hips high, push the floor away. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, twist. Bring that knee over to the right arm. Keep the hips high. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the foot through to the top. Drop the back knee. Same thing. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, do your pull-up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Again, imagine someone is pushing your arms back up and you're going, no, and you're pushing them back down. Feel that strength of the spine. Ribs pull in. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist to the left as much as you can using your core. Maybe you're finding you can get more depth over time. Hover that right elbow over that right thigh. Again, you can let this elbow turn in, but keep this left arm in that pull-up position. So again, now our lats and our glutes are working in this X position. It's like a bandage, like duct tape around our low back. And that's how we can keep our low back really healthy throughout our lives and throughout our practice. Good. Next, inhale, come back to center, reach your arms up. Exhale, fingertips down and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up the arms, reach, push the floor away, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, hands to the heart, and release. Good. Adding on. Let's bring our feet together. If you really don't like feet together, you can have them a little bit spaced, but otherwise big toe mounds together, a little space between the heels. Inhale, bend the knees, sink your hips, Utkatasana. Good. Arms sweep up at first, draw the belly in, and then bring your hands to prayer. Belly in, ribs in, strong core, sit your hips low, lower than you want to. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist to the right and hover the left elbow over the right side. Just hover, don't let it touch. Good. Elbow stack. Imagine that elbow is touching the arm. Touching the leg. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right elbow towards the left side, but don't let it touch. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane those arms. Doing that every time, just assume. Exhale, fingertips down. Step the right leg back. Option to drop the knee if that feels comfortable for you and stable. Otherwise, option to lift the leg coming into high lunge. Anjali Asana. Good. Arms reaching up to start. Have a soft bend in that back knee. Bring your fingertips to your ribs. If your ribs are poking out, use your fingertips. Push those suckers back. Get that core turned on. Good. Arms reach up, inhale. Exhale, do your pull-up. Squeeze those arms down. Twist to the left. Bring your hands to prayer and hover that right arm over the left leg. Good. Take a breath in. And then exhale, touch the elbow down. Oh my gosh, finally. And straighten that back leg. The back leg is straight, elbow is touching the front thigh, coming into your revolved crescent pose. Push into the palms, inhale. Exhale, use some of that leverage now to twist. There's nothing wrong with using leverage in your twist, but we're just working on strengthening those twisting muscles in our core that we have. Good. Shoulders are still moving away from the ears. Imagine you're still doing that pull up. Inhale, come back to center, nice and slow with control. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hands plant, step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, right knee to right arm. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left arm. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step the foot through. High or low lunge. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, sink into your hips. You can bend that back knee as much as you need to keep that pelvis neutral. Ribs, again, you can use your fingertips. Push your front ribs back. Good. Take an inhale, do your pull-up. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring your hands to prayer and hover that left elbow over the thigh. Straighten that back leg. Inhale. Exhale, let the elbow touch. And use a little bit of leverage through the arm to twist, but don't let those twisting core muscles go. You're still using your core. If you feel like you lost them, hover the elbow again. Find them. Then keep them as you bring the elbow down. Push through the hands, rotate. Draw the elbows and draw the shoulders down away from the ears. It is hard to breathe and twist. If you've lost your breath, don't fret. Inhale, come back, find your breath. Exhale, fingertips down, step forward. So we always return to this rhythm. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Second side. Feet together. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair. Exhale, hands to prayer. Good. Take an inhale, get long in the spine. Pull your shoulders back and down. Exhale, use your belly, twist to the right. Good. Hover that left elbow just above the right knee. Don't let the knees stagger. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist. Hover the elbow. Good. Feel those core muscles engaged. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, straighten the legs and fold. Inhale, half lift, airplane those arms. Exhale, fingertips down, step the left leg back, high or low lunge, front knees over front ankle. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, pull up. Hands to prayer, inhale. Exhale, twist to the right as much as you can, and then hover the elbow. Straighten that back leg. Take an inhale. Keep all that engagement, touch the elbow down. Keep that engagement as you use a little bit more leverage to twist. Option here, if you'd like to spread the arms, doesn't make the pose better or necessarily deeper, doesn't make you a better yogi. Pick whichever one feels best for you. Some days I like to open the arms, some days I really don't. What's your body asking for? Not what is your ego asking for. That's a question we have to ask ourselves a lot. Inhale, sweep up back up through center. Reach up to the arm. Exhale, hands plant, step back to plank. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up high. Exhale, left knee to left armpit. Keep those hips high. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to right armpit or tricep. Inhale. Exhale, left knee, pull it forward. Inhale, arms up, high lunge. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, hands to prayer. Keep those shoulders depressed. Keep those lats on. Exhale, twist and hover. Good. Straighten that back leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, tap the elbow down. Keep those core muscles engaged as you twist. Good. Couple breaths here. Keep that back leg strong. Lift the back of your knee up towards the sky. Again, maybe you want to spread the arms here, but don't. The reason I don't like that variation is what we end up doing is taking that tricep way over here. Now, if my hips are here and my arm is way over here, does my spine look like it's in one line? No, my spine is curving this way in this twist. That's not what we want. So we use just the elbow, so that when we twist, now look, my spine is totally in line with my hips, right? This is better than this. So if you're gonna spread the arms, that's cool, but don't worry about getting that right arm to the ground unless you have freakishly long arms compared to your torso, like I do, right? It's not about, you can even hover the hand. I do this a lot too, so that I don't over crank the spine. Inhale, sweep back up through center. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Inhale, half lift, airplane those arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep up. And exhale, hands to the heart. And release. All right, one more pose, and then we're heading to our peak. Heels in, toes out. So you're still facing towards the front of your mat, but I'm just facing you. Feet hip width distance, or maybe a little wider. Hands to prayer. Take a breath in. And exhale, Malasana squat. I feel like this is one of the most polarizing poses. People either can hang out here all day, or I get a lot of angry looks where we go into this pose. It's really good for you. Great for your hips. It's great for your legs, your ankles, and your feet. So Malasana, bring your right hand out to the side, fingertips tense. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Good. Now notice now we have no connection to that left leg. Use your external rotator to keep that knee pushing open. Even if you're up here, if you're really tight in your Malasana, no problem. Do the same thing. Good. Exhale, lower down. Bring your left hand out to the side, fingertips down. Inhale. Exhale, twist. There's a reason you twist on the exhale, because you're emptying out all that air in your belly. You're letting your ribs decompress. You're letting your diaphragm shrink back down on that exhale so that you can find that room to rotate and twist. Good. Take an inhale. And exhale, come down. Good. Come down onto your seat. We're going to move into side crow. I always think it's important to remind people when we're building up to peak poses, especially arm balances, they're like the cherry on top of a sundae. They're kind of optional. It's nice to have, but you still have an entire sundae to eat. We've still had this entire class. This part is just that extra little touch. So if side crow is not happening today, if it's your first time doing it, then if you can't do it yet, then that's why we've got to practice it. I have fallen on my face a lot of times in side crow. You got to fall before you fly. All right, getting deep on this Thursday morning. Bring your feet together and you're in this little toe squat. So your big toes are touching, knees towards one another, like a little birdie on a perch. So you're not going to bring your hands. I'm facing the side of my mat again because I'm filming. You can face the front or the side, whatever gives you the most room. What's important is the direction your fingers and toes are in. So you're not doing this. So now my fingers and toes are perpendicular. You're going to do this, where your fingers and your toes are both facing the same direction. That makes the pose really hard. That's what we want, because we want to use all those core muscles and twisting muscles that we've just spent the last 45 minutes working on. So take an inhale. On your exhale, bring your left arm to the outside of your right leg. I think my thing mirrors me, so I apologize if it looks backwards, but left arm to right leg. Then your right hand is going to come shoulder width distance. Then what you're going to do is you're going to lift your hips, and this is really important. Drop back down. This is really important. You cannot lift your legs if you're still weight bearing on your legs. Right? That makes sense. Your legs are not going to lift if you're still bearing weight on them. So arm balances are like 80% weight distribution. A lot of people have the strength, but they just need to have that click happen of that weight distribution. So coming back to where we just were, lift the hips. And to bring your weight off your legs, you've got to lean your legs onto that left arm And to get some strength in that arm, you've got to do Chaturanga. Bend the arm, bend, face the floor. Imagine there's brownies there. And then maybe you just hang out here. Or maybe you give those legs a squeeze and you bring those toes off the floor and they hover. So your legs are only on that left arm, they're not on your right. And then once you're here, maybe you can push through the floor, lift the heart forward, maybe gaze forward. Good, take an inhale. And then exhale, tap the toes back down. Woo! Hopefully that made sense. Hopefully you felt that. The most important thing, you cannot lift something that is still bearing weight. So in order to get those legs up, you need to be brave enough to transfer all your weight to that arm. So let's do the other side. Take an inhale. Exhale, do your little twist. Bring your right hand down. Left hand shoulder width distance apart. Fingers are spread. Think about your hands are your new feet, so you want them to take up some space. And then push through your toes, lift the hips, and bend your arms as you set your legs down on that right arm that's like a shelf now. So your shoulders are in line with your elbows. And then use those core muscles, squeeze the legs together, lift the toes. Then maybe you push through the hands, extend the heart a little bit more, get those shoulders higher. And then lower down when you're ready. Whew. It is difficult to breathe when you're twisting, especially when you're balancing and twisting. So let's come back to our breath. Take an inhale and an exhale. Good. If you are having a breakthrough, feel free to ignore me or hit mute and keep going. Otherwise, and if you manage to do it, let me know. Let me know in the chat after. Excellent job, everybody. Good effort. Let's come onto our backs. Bring a block with you all the way down. All right, so normally I end class with twists, but we've been twisting this whole time. So we're going to do a teensy little back bend and then lower into our Shavasana. So feet underneath the knees. Take an inhale, push through the heels, lift the hips, bridge pose. Now, just like we did at the beginning of class with that block between your legs, I want you to think about doing the same thing. You're pushing down through the big toe mounds, magnetizing your inner thighs together. Even you don't want them to touch. You want your knees hip width distance, but you want to magnetize your legs together. And then vacuum your heels towards your shoulders. Feel your hamstrings engage. Woo, that whole lower leg, your whole leg area should just feel totally lit up, supporting you in this bend. Good, take an inhale and an exhale. And then while you're here, grab your block, slide it underneath your sacrum on the lower medium setting. Woo. And then just feel that release. Feel everything drop down. It's funny that I'm teaching this practice right as I'm doing my second module of my 300-hour training, and we just talked about the SI joint. And the SI joint is really vulnerable in twisting and forward bending. And that's a lot of what we do in yoga, a lot. But it doesn't have to be vulnerable if we're intelligent about how we move. And that's where yoga can be really magical, because there's just so much to focus on. When you're twisting, you're not just twisting, you're thinking about your legs. You're even thinking about your lats. I mean, how often do we think about our lats during the day? And it's that busyness that keeps our mind focused and helps us find so much focus and clarity and control in our practice. And I think it gives our brain a break. We're working our brain really hard by keeping it focused on all of these other things, but it gives us a break from everything else that is constantly pulling us in different directions, our work, our families, our households, our bank accounts. Allows us to focus heavily and intensely on ourselves and our well-being and our mental and physical and spiritual health. Good. When you're ready, remembering this is your practice, you can do what you want. Lift your heels, push down through your toes, and gently slide the block out. Come onto your back. Again, we're not going to end with a twist. We've done a ton of twisting today. Draw the knees in. Happy baby pose. Grab the inside of the heels, a little rock side to side. We'll take some time here. Just letting the spine round, releasing the low back. You can straighten your legs out. We didn't do a whole lot with the legs today. You're letting the eyes close. Bless me. It's the downfall of practicing outside. Allergies. Letting go of the effort of your practice, but keeping your mind focused, staying in tune with your breath. And then drop the heels towards your glutes. Wrap your arms around your legs. Curl yourself into a tiny little ball. Take a big inhale. And exhale. Release. And set up for your resting pose, your Shavasana. There is a lawnmower going on. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm going to mute my sound during Shavasana so you can rest in peace. Oh, that sounds morbid. So that you can rest peacefully. And I will wake you when it is time. Enjoy your rest. Without moving, start to draw your awareness back into your body. Just feeling your toes, your feet, your lower legs, your knees, your thighs, your hips, your belly, your spine, your shoulders and your arms, your wrists and your hands, your neck, your jaw, space between your brows, and the crown of your head. Feeling completely integrated and one after this practice that unionizes your mind and your body. And take a slow, deep, steady breath in through the nose as you stretch your arms up and overhead. Getting a nice big stretch through your fingers and your toes like you're waking up for the first time. And then roll over onto your favorite side. Pausing in fetal position. In this posture, symbolizing our rebirth after our practice. Thinking of one thing you feel extra grateful for. And then once you've given thanks, make your way up to a comfortable seat, bringing your palms to prayer and bowing your head towards your fingertips. Noticing what shifts have occurred, thanking yourself for making it onto your mat this morning to make those shifts happen. Energetic, physical, spiritual, mental, whatever it is. Just feeling how this seat feels different from the one we took 60 minutes ago. Come back to that intention that you set. You can choose to leave it behind here on your mat or take it with you today or through your week. But let's seal in this practice we've had together with one final breath as a collective. Deep inhale. Nice big sigh. Bring your thumbs up to your third eye. Loka samasta, Sukhi no bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Bring your lips into a smile as you blink your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me on this gorgeous morning.